Hey squad, today we're going to be talking about the new events, the new artifact, and
Anything funnier than bullying around? That is to bully around with Penny.
Hey squad, welcome back to the dome. Make sure you grab your front row seats for all you new folks out there. My name is Zeals, and today we're going to be talking about the events very quickly, my take on it, what I would purchase, as well as the new artifact. Now, there are more things about Carrie that I want to talk about, as well as Tara and the new artifact. But before we get right in, let me give a massive shout out to the newest member of the Patreon squad, Darken. I think it's Darken. Thank you so much once again for supporting me and the channel. Alright team, so I'm on Jalen's account, and yeah, things are about to get crazy. As you can see, I have not done the events myself, or I have done like the bare minimum, the daily requirements, but here we go. Let's talk about the Chinese New Year events very quickly. Now, I'm going to throw a link down below by Jay Conquistador about his written guide on Reddit, which is very well written. So if you guys like the nitty-gritty math and the details, make sure you check that out and give it some love. Upvote that thing. As for me, what I'm going to do is quickly just run down. There's a lot of guys on this anyway, so let's start with the fireworks show. So on the left hand side we have Penny, and on the right hand side we have Carrie. The only difference, pretty much, without going into too much detail, I mean, there's that, Abyss 5-star, and there's the Forest, but that should not be your deciding factor. The main choice is going to be whether you want the Prophet Orbs or you want the Heroic Summon Scrolls. Maybe you need these Heroic Summon Scrolls to complete a loop or something. Like, personally, I'm going to go left side because I'm going to be pretty close. I'm going to need every scrolls from here on out. So I'm going to go with the left-hand side. But if you're not participating in the Heroic Summon event and you're not really, feeling the rush or in need of Heroic Summon Scrolls right now, then by all means, go for the Prophet Orbs. And this is pretty easy to complete. Jalen obviously rushed it. He spent 3,000 gems to purchase all the fireworks, but you don't have to do that. As for the sources of these fireworks, you can purchase them with gems. That should be your last resort. And you can get them from Sleepless Eve event, as well as the campaign loot and the daily reward in the mail system. So make sure you gather your campaign like so, 28 right there. And this is going to last you 2 weeks. Just hit the firecracker down here and get your rewards. And here we go. Let's talk about the Sleepless Eve. You can get more fireworks from here. As you're seeing from Gift 1 and Gift 2, you're going to get more fireworks to help you complete this. So if you are doing some Heroic Summons, then it's going to help you out. Because when you do the Heroic Summons, you're going to get these blessings, and you can get 90 for free. 30 from here, 30 from here, and 30 from here. Easy to do, easy to complete, and that will give you 90. So basically in here you can choose the hero that you want, and it's going to cost you 55 of these, what are they called? Yeah, the blessings. Okay, so the non-light and darks, they're going to cost 55 each. So if you have 110, you're going to get the fireworks. That's why if you do the Heroic Summon event, if you do at least like one loop, you're going to be able to complete these first two, get a Garuda. That's awesome. So you need 110 for these two as well. Now, what about the heroes? What would I get? Well, it depends on what copies you need. If you need a Horus to complete your E5 Horus, then I'll get Horus. And Forest Faction, I mean, do I even need to? Yeah, Garuda, of course. And here we go, in the light and dark, I would personally just get whatever you need, whatever you're working on in terms of copies. Amun-Ra is going to help you in Seal Land, even in the 5-star form. And speaking of Seal Land, hundreds of people are completing Dark Seal Land. I need to do that. I've been procrastinating. Well, I haven't been procrastinating. I've just been covering other accounts and guides and everything. So I just haven't had the time, but yeah, just choose what you need. Jalen went for Mim. I guess he's trying to work on a Mim cheese for his World Arena lineup. And in the light, yeah, Ada. I mean, you can't get Tara, so might as well. And if you want the new artifact, which we will talk about very shortly, it's going to cost you $185. And let's talk about the packs. Yeah, you purchase all these. It's in Korean won right now, but if you purchase these, you're getting them for the blessings. And this one is $49.99. And if you want the value breakdown, just check the link down below. It's a beautiful skin, way better than the Wild West Garuda thingy, whatever, the Sheriff. That's just my personal opinion. And here we go. Let's talk about the Festival Goods Store. You guys ready? You're about to be triggered in 3. Because I mean, I was surprised. Not triggered, but here we go. Boom. 2011. 9 more. And speaking of which, yeah, if you do decide to purchase every pack this week, like Jalen did, then you can trade in these blessings for glorious relics, and that's why he has so many. You're going to get like close to 900 of these throughout this week's events, and that's if you do decide to purchase every single pack. And as you can see, he hasn't purchased anything. Well, he's not really looking for these artifacts. He's not in dire need like the rest of us. But even if you do need it, the pricing is quite steep. Even though you're going to get a lot of glorious relics throughout the 2 weeks, or yeah, during the Chinese New Year events, still 400. Personally, right? Personally for me, I'm not going to get them. And here we go. He did purchase the 9-star and the 10-star dummy for... And if you look at the guide, right? If you look at Jay Conquistador's guide, who has like 40k gems laying around, well, of course, Megs do, Megalodons. For the rest of us, maybe small spenders out there, you may be wondering, is this worth it? Personally for me, if you're doing like Seal 17 and up and you're doing like 200 gems worth of smashes per day, then yes, then you're going to save some gems by purchasing these two right here. But if you're not doing that on a daily basis, then I personally wouldn't get these and just save the gems. And the last one, because Jalen is a Megalodon, he does have issues with his gold. He's always working on new projects. But for me, I have like 5.56 billion gold, so I'm going to just suck all these up, just swoop them in my belly. All right, I'm just gonna get them all. If you're not behind or spending gold on pushing your monsters or guild tech or stones or other big important projects, then just swoop these up. And last but not least, we got the New Year growth plan for a month, and you can make up your points. If you do miss a couple of days, you can purchase them for gems. It's not going to be that expensive. Now you can purchase this for $30. It's going to give you a lot of these bonus rewards. If you do have $30, it's pretty worth it. Yeah, but if you're not spending, if you're free to play, this is all stuff for free. So all you gotta do to do that is simple. You just do your daily quests, and complete all daily quests will not count. Whoa, what the freak? 50k altars? Why am I surprised, right? We're on a #1, player's account. Anyways, we have 50k. No, we don't have it. We don't have 50k. I don't have 50k. We have Ada and Amon-Ra up in there, and if you can grab them, that would be really, really nice, because they're really good heroes, even though their power has dropped since Carrie's release. We're gonna talk about that momentarily, but yeah, if you can grab them. So let's talk about this. We got 75 speed, HP. That's a lot of HP, a lot of speed, more than the Augustus Magic Ball. Let's check it out here. Of course, Jalen has them. So we have 5 more speed. So if you're all about that speed, and you care about the end game meta, then this is it. The control precision, how does this work, Zeals? Let's take a look. So we have a taunt ability on UniMax's active skill, 50% chance to taunt. So what happens, Zeals? We have 50% and the artifact, 50% crowd control precision. Does that mean UniMax has 100% chance to put a taunt up against the backline heroes? And the short answer is no. The first reason why is because it is multiplicative. So heroes like UniMax with 50% chance to CC with this new artifact, they're going to have 75% chance to CC. However, even if you have 100% chance to CC, the game sees that a hero or a boss has 100% chance to be crowd control immune, then it deducts the 100 by 100, and then you have a 0% chance to CC. However, it does not work on Tara, because if you do read Tara's active skill very carefully, he has a chance to inflict Power of Light. Power of Light is not a CC effect. And I've tested Tara to death and discussed how he works. Everything I've shared with you guys. I mean, I just went in like a surgeon, just cut him apart. So Power of Light is not a crowd control effect. It works on bosses. So the artifact will not help you with Power of Light whatsoever. It's not a crowd control effect, and it already has a 100% chance to apply, and this 60% chance is to put another layer. Now, when the 2 layers meet, it turns into Seal of Light, and we have discussed that Seal of Light is a CC effect. It works like a CC, Bellring can dispel it, Amon-Ra reduces it, but His active skill is not to place Seal of Lights. His active skill is to place Power of Lights. So you gotta really dive in. And the same thing can be said about the second and the third passive. Yes, you can see that Seal of Light is in the text, but that's in brackets. That's how Power of Light works. It's a separate entity, apparently. So if you didn't know this and you bought the artifact, that's why my channel, I guess, exists, so that I can tell you guys what you're exactly getting. And yes, I have tried this on Cruise as well. It works. So instead of 75, he's going to have over 100%, but it's going to be curved down. Nothing goes above 100%. So it's going to be at 100%, and then you have to deal with the crowd control immunity your opponent has. I would like to give a massive shout out and thank you to Mega for helping me out with this.
Anything funnier than bullying around? That is to bully around with Penny.
Today I want to introduce you to the three major players in the endgame meta, the Trinity, and how they open the door to other heroes like Penny, and how they are affecting Garuda, Amun-Ra. Anyways, let's get right into it. I'm going to use a recording selection of fights that I've done over the last 24 hours. I'll be featuring more in a specific endgame discussion, but I want to talk about the Trinity today, which is comprised of UniMax, Tara, as well as Carrie, and what they are doing to the endgame PvP meta. And the best way to do this, like you guys preferred, you guys liked it when I just pause and explain what's going on, so let's do that. Starlight cheering for us, and here we go. First one to attack is UniMax. So here we go, I went back a second, and UniMax, you can see, has taunted 2 targets in the back. But let's check this out. And after UniMax, Ada goes with her active skill, and because she landed a hit on UniMax, she earned herself a taunt as well. So that's going to be 3 out of 4 targets in the back taunted. So this on paper looks great. It's so OP. You know, UniMax doing his thing with the new artifact. You do kind of need that new artifact on him to make him really shine. And people ask, why is he in the back line? Well, the opponent's team does not have a UniMax, so it's safe to put him in the back. And second of all, if I place him in slot 1, he is going to take too much damage because too many targets are taunted. And that's one of his weaknesses that I don't see anybody really mention. They only talk about his good things, but they don't talk about his problems. He needs to stay alive as long as possible, at least until round 2 is finished, by absorbing Garuda's active skill. So let's move on. Man, just talking about UniMax here. So he is going to be an endgame PvP hero, and he will need that new artifact. And another thing that you don't want is him taunting too many targets or too little targets. That is why UniMax is a high risk but a high reward hero, and he has nothing going for him outside of his taunts. Yes, sure, he does have that attack steal, but that's not why you bring him. There are better heroes to mitigate or ignore damage, like Carrie, Tara, as well as Amun-Ra. So UniMax's job is to taunt, to save your teammates, and he needs to stay alive. He's not going to heal your teammates. He's not going to give your teammates damage or do a lot of damage himself. So he has one critical role. That is why he has high risk, and because of the high risk, it is for endgame players. So Tara, boom. All right, and we got Carrie. Let's backtrack there. Carrie's active skill.
Carrier has arrived.
Devouring Magic destroyed Amun-Ra's energy. So this is going to be big play, guys. Amun-Ra will not be able to do her active skill, so there will be no CC going off, as well as the Guardian Shadow. UniMax taunted 3 of the 4 backline targets. So you're seeing this great spread of CCs that are really annoying to deal with, especially for heroes like Garuda. So let's check this out here. Boom, and Amun-Ra got her Guardian Shadow off, and we got the slot 2 Amun-Ra CC'd as well. Things are looking really bad for the opponent's team, and Horus is staying in slot 1 because his job is to just stay alive through his last passive and deal passive damage, as well as break shield for Penny. Now, one thing I want to mention about Penny is I don't recommend, don't just watch this video and go make pennies right now. This is just for fun. Something I want to illustrate. Let's talk about it though. Let's talk about why I brought her, but let's get there first. So Horus, boom, let's go back here. How much was that? So with her basic attack, whew, we're seeing crazy numbers, but Penny does have a flaw. If Carrie does dodge it, then she's not going to be dealing any damage whatsoever with her third passive. So the opponent's team looking grim. So Horus is locking down slot 1. Look at him healing back up, right? And he is able to break shields off Amun-Ra's before Penny goes. And here we go, Tara. Boom, doing his thing. Now, whether Tara seals or not is not important. I'll explain later on. And Carrie, again, harassing Amun-Ra in round 2, reducing her energy back down to 0. And the reason why you see a 10 energy on her right now is because you reduce the energy first, and for taking damage, she gains back 10 energy. If she got hit by a crit, she would have gained 20 energy. But she didn't get crit. Look at the Garudas in the back, right? And look at UniMax right now. He just needs to stay alive just a little bit longer, and he can be free. So Garuda in slot 6, she is going to do her active skill, most likely. Yeah, there it goes. Boom, and now UniMax has our permission to die, and Penny just punishing them. Whew. And let's see. So we got some seals going off now. Ada in the back, and Carrie with their active skill. Alright, so I just skipped the rest, and look at Penny just cleaning up. And once again, guys, don't just stop the video. And the take-home message isn't to go build Penny. I'm just trying to show you the Trinity, what they are doing. Alright, and I'm going to tell you who you should fill in instead of Penny. Look at the healing from the opponent's Amun-Ra. Just having a tough time getting her Guardian Shadow up. And if Jalen has 2 carries, which he is working on, with the Holy Trinity setup, it's going to be disgusting. So I did a bunch of skips. I also tried Cthulhu as well. Cthulhu as well as Horus, they don't have maxed out stones. Their stone is at Celestial 6-star. Even with these stones, we're doing well. And look at Garuda's damage right here. 4.7 million, right? Double Garudas. They have a carry as well, Amun-Ra. It's not a bad setup whatsoever. And I'm using the Phoenix monster. Guys, don't sleep on Tara. I see a lot of people, you know, just dissing on Tara. We'll talk about him. We'll talk about him. Okay, so this one is with double Amun-Ra, and they have a Garuda as well. And I just wanted to show you guys that right now, Penny will shine because of Carrie as well as Tara and UniMax. So, and of course, just everybody's helping out Penny. Penny's not able to do this by herself. So even with double Amun-Ra, she has just no problem. But there is a better hero to slot here than Penny. But I just wanted to showcase this because, you know, Carrie and Penny, they're best buddies or something like that. Apparently, according to the game sounds. And another smash. This isn't a fluke. Penny owning it up. And look at Amun-Ra, look at Garuda. Yeah. Man, Carrie, guys. Carrie's Penny. And everybody else. Carrie is making everybody else shine. It's ridiculous. She's so awesome. And once again, this is not a fluke. This is not like cut and edited out. It's back to back to back smashes. And here we go. Garuda suffering from the Trinity. The trio is just the 3 Musketeers, whatever you want to call them, the 3 Stooges. They just harass Garuda so hard because Garuda has to deal with either taunts. Okay, so let's say she got lucky, she didn't get taunted. Then she has to deal with Carrie, right? Or she has to deal with Seal of Light from Tara. Alright, so another one, we have double Garuda this time with Carrie as well as Horus and Amun-Ra and Penny doing her thing, but mostly it's Carrie and Tara. Tara is not a bad hero in the right team. Same with Carrie. You have to build these heroes in unison. They have crazy synergy. Along with UniMax, if you can keep him alive. But once again, you do need the new artifact. Yeah. Alright, another smash here. And yeah, look at the Garudas, 8 million. I mean, oh man. Whew. So I just wanted to try Cthulhu as well, but I just like Horus more in my team. And here we go, another smash, and Tara just ripping it apart. Whew. And another one. Boom. Penny, Carrie, Tara, UniMax, and Cthulhu just locking down slot 1. And for Cthulhu and Horus, I am using the Golden Crown. Okay, so let's watch this fight. We got 2 targets taunted in the back. Taunting Tara is huge. Our Tara goes. And there we go. Look at Carrie's Devouring Magic on Amun-Ra. So that Amun-Ra is not going to be placing any freaking Guardian Shadows. That Ada in slot 1 is in trouble. And I believe Garuda has it as well. Yeah, I see the swirls. So Garuda will not be firing her active skill today. Well, later on maybe. So there goes Amun-Ra's energy, and Penny just punishing because Amun-Ra, she's not putting up her shields up. It sounds like a Star Wars movie, but the shields are not up, guys. So the mothership, they're about to get destroyed. And there we go. Slot 1 being locked down by Tara. Remember, Tara's active skill just always goes on slot 1 first, and then slot 2 if slot 1 is dead, and moves on to slot 3. You guys know the drill. It's not random whatsoever. So do note that when you put Carrie in slot 1, when she is sealed, she cannot dodge. So look at Garuda's energy. Look at Amun-Ra and Ada, doesn't matter. Tara in the back. They're both taunted now. Oh my goodness. And what the frick? Oh yeah, I was using Nakia as well for the speed reduction. It's just for the lulz. It's mostly just for fun. So look at our team's HP. Looking good. Penny just punishing. And Amun-Ra finally about to do her active skill. But let's see if Carrie does anything. Carrie just backhands her off the map. So Amun-Ra did nothing this fight. And slot 1, Ada, petrified or, you know, pretty much sealed. And the Taras are just holding on, right? They're just carrying the opponent's team. This Ada did nothing. Just get the hell out of here, right? Just get out of here. Penny finishes her, and boom. The Taras, do not underestimate them. So how can I make my team even stronger? Well, double carry, of course, with spread artifacts. One with the speed artifact, one with the energy artifact, and instead of having Penny, why am I even using Penny in the first place, right? So let me take a second to explain why I am using Penny. Well, because Carrie is reducing Amun-Ra's energy down to 0. But do I need to bring Penny? Because there is a risk. What if Carrie doesn't place Devouring Mark on Amun-Ra and the Guardian Shadow goes off? So there's that little bit of risk, but how can you eliminate it? By having a Tara or 2. Because Tara, just like Penny, doesn't need to do his active skill to do a lot of damage. It comes from his last passive. And why do you not want to bring damage carries that rely on their active skills? That is because of carries on your opponent's team. It is going to be carry meta, whether you like it or not, in the end game. And why did I bring UniMax in slot 1 this time? Well, I was trying out Nakia for the slow effect, but the backline, if you look at it, there's Amun-Ra, Belrain, and 1 Tara, and 1 Garuda. Even if UniMax taunts everybody in the backline, their firepower is not going to be strong enough. But if they do have like 2 or 3 Garudas in the back, then slot 1 position, he may die before round 1 even ends. And let's check out the heals, guys. Look at that. Enemies, Amun-Ra, 0 healing. And 0 damage prevented. Boom, skip them. Same dude. Look at Garuda's damage. Alright, look at Garuda's damage. Horus, he's doing well. And Carrie, just carrying our team. I said that, I think, a couple of times now. But the trio is just scary. Alright, another skip. Boom. And there it is, Penny doing her thing. And you guys may be wondering, what about opponents in the World Arena? I have done them myself, and I've watched the replays that Jalen has done. And some people are spreading out their team, so it's hard to test. But there will be more of this stuff later on, I promise you guys. I have the clips saved. And Tara just doing his thing. So if Jalen had another Tara and another carry, oh man, it's just going to be scary. And one thing I want to mention, I want to talk about right now, is the more carries you have and more Taras you have, UniMax becomes more powerful, because more carries mean that less actives are going to go off from your opponent's team, meaning that UniMax will take less damage from the taunted targets. So UniMax is going to be well protected if you have double carries as well as Tara or 2. So UniMax, if you have 1 carry, he has some issues surviving, but once you do have like the Holy Trinity times 2, like 2 carries, or like 2 carries and 2 Taras, then it's gonna be ridiculous for UniMax. He's gonna be a happy camper. And here we go, another skip, and Garuda doing 7.8 million, the other one doing 45 million. Yes, Garuda can still do damage. I'm not saying they're gonna be completely shut down unless you have like 2 carries with the rest of the trio, but Garuda's power and consistency has dropped all across the board. Not only that, Ada as well. Look at the damage, guys. What the frick? I just realized Penny did 83.9 million. Jeez. Oh my god. Guys, but Penny is also inconsistent, so she's a lot better now. And once you do have like double carries and people start dropping their double Amun-Ra's, then yeah. But Penny is still squishy. So I just prefer having Tara because Tara just doesn't, he just does like insane damage. And even if it hits Amun-Ra's Guardian Shadow, it's gonna be passive damage from his third passive, so it's gonna be awesome. So here we go. Look at that Garuda in the back. Slot 6, Devouring Magic. Boom, there she goes. And Carrie's damage is insane. Penny's damage is insane. The duo, the combo, they're just suffering. Unbending Will proccing. And Tara just punishing them, shaving off that Unbending Will as well. And here we go, the last fight I want to show you guys. Boom, we open with UniMax. And because Ada got taunted, look at our team. There is no balance mark outside of UniMax. So he just saved a lot of damage from happening in our team. Like when Carrie does her active skill, she's not going to be taking damage from balance mark. So UniMax taunting Ada's awesome. I mean, would it be better if he taunted the Garuda? Yeah, but here we go, let's go. They are, whoa. So one Devouring Magic on slot 6 Garuda. And the other Ada is still taunted. And it's going to hit Mr. UniMax. Oof, okay. So what the frick? Penny's about to attack. Bam! Wait a minute. We gotta see how much damage she did. Alright, there we go. Boom. UniMax looking fresh. Tara sealed that slot 6 Garuda, just constantly harassing. Well, slot 5 as well, but she is taunted as well. Oh my goodness, Penny just smashing. What happened to... Wait a minute, what happened to Amun-Ra? I was not keeping an eye on Amun-Ra, but we'll see afterwards. Just decimated to freaking smithereens. Carrie's back, but my Carrie's gonna go first. Rob her. Ooh, dude, did she just dodge? That's crazy. That's okay. But that one Carrie, man. So I skipped the rest, and here we go. We got Penny at almost 60 mil. Tara doing his thing. Very consistent. And Carrie, yeah. And Garuda 6.2 and 18 mil. Ada 13 mil because of the taunts. Alright squad, that's all I wanted to show you guys. There are more clips coming your way. When I do wrap it all up for a dedicated endgame video, I'll showcase some crazy fights like triple Garudas as well, but this team is slaughtering them as well. But I'm not saying that Garudas cannot fight back, but her power did decrease in the endgame PvP meta. And as you guys are seeing, you're seeing the gear that I used, the setup that I used. Anyways guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. That's gonna wrap up today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.